3, 2, 1, go!
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Land and Dust Stuff channel. We're once again continuing our retrospective on Dynastella's take on the Corruption Reimagined. And in case you didn't realize, this is the third part in a multi-part retrospective. So if you didn't see my other two videos on Dyna series, don't worry. Just go ahead and click the little white circle in the top right corner right about now. And you can go to a playlist with all of the episodes so far in the series, and you can come back and meet up with us once you're caught up. And just in case if you don't want to go ahead and watch 25 minutes of me, don't worry, I understand. I'm very annoying. My friends tell me this all the time. And it hurts a lot. I'll give a quick recap, just real quick so you know what's going on with the story. So, we start with boyfriend and girlfriend both being infected by Lemon Demon in the mall. 5 of Friday Night Funkin', the game that this is all based off of and the mod this is all made from. And they go off to the streets of Philly, where they find a lone Pico who is barely infected by the corruption, with them beginning to fight, with Pico firing at boyfriend non-stop until he finally lands a shot at the end of the first episode, with boyfriend beginning to break free, and after shooting at girlfriend in the second episode, he begins to break free towards the end as well. But Pico has been succumbing to the corruption more and more as time went on, until his final episode, he eventually succumbs to the corruption, but boyfriend and girlfriend both end up escaping their inky fate and run off, with Pico soon going off to look for more victims to infect, finding the one and only Molly Mears, with the two limos side by side. Shooting out their tires, Pico forces Mears into a fight, with her not trying much in her first battle until she actually begins to infect by her second battle, which then she actually begins to fight back, with Pico breaking free as well. And things seem to be going well as we lead into the final battle. With Mears being done with Pico and the corruption's bullshit, she decides to go even harder, possibly ending the corruption right here. But unfortunately, Mears' henchmen all show up now affected at the end of the episode, leading towards Molly Mears being overpowered by the corruption. And that's it so far for the story, folks. So with that out of the way, hey there folks, I said folks twice, what the fuck? The name's Landon, and like always, I'm doing stuff. So why don't we go ahead and just dive right into what I'm doing today. Friday Night Funkin', Corruption Reimagined. No more games.
Three, two, one, go!
So, after Molly Mears was infected, she took the limo and went off to look for more victims for the corruption, as Pico carried on foot to look for people, and as Pico stumbled into a cemetery, he noticed a pair of kids, a pumpkin already infected, and a skeleton just waiting to become another victim of the corruption. Of course, Pico seizes the opportunity to infect someone, so with that, we start out with you subscribing, as it would be pretty cool and awesome and stuff. Anyways, so we start off, actually, I'm sorry, that was a stupid joke, with the full week, releasing on October 21st, 2021, featuring the song Distress by Blazing Rose, with the song giving this creepy vibe, like something isn't right, though still having that spooky kids feeling that the original songs from FNF during week 2 gave, with Skid trying to keep the mood up, but of course creeped out by what's going on, with the spooky kids up against the corrupted Pico, and of course Pump is already infected. And he was most likely infected after watching boyfriend and Pico duke it out in the streets during Gundown, Pico's second day. And speaking of corrupted Pump, he always has this look of joy on his face, probably knowing that Skid's gonna be joining him real soon, with Skid himself trying to look confident and happy for his friend, but having this overall sense of, distress. He said it! In his movements and emotion, not knowing what happened to his friend or the person he's driving against, Pico. With our sharpshooter looking the exact same when compared to the end of his last battle with Molly Mears, with blood splattered on his face with gun, and the minor cracks on the tips of his hair, and the giant X mark on his chest from his attempts of unaliving himself in his last battle. And speaking of unaliving, Pico doesn't even try to shoot at Skid, as he most likely just doesn't see him being worth the ammo, as he is just a kid. And as the song goes on, why don't we go ahead and talk about the background? Because, Skid's infecting, we all know this is gonna happen. Anyways, somebody is, they're completely fine. Yeah, the graves in the foreground are all references to graves that show up in Sir Pello's Spooky Month series, and they just have some fun stuff on them. I'm fine, Here Lies My Motivation, and the best one, my favorite one, Rebozo! That's literally me every day! You know, this is probably, of course, foretelling Skid's fate, you know, some would say as well. You'll obviously also notice the giant mansion in the background, most likely referencing the house on the hill, being from the episode The Stars, which, fun fact, is where the Eyes of the Universe is located. So maybe he'll end up helping out the spooky kids in their time of need. Though, the song ends with Pico chanting his name. You know, go Pico, yeah, go Pico, go. Yeah, you all know that thing. He does that a lot. I guess we'll have to see if the Eyes of the Universe is able to help Skid and, you know, help Pump as well. And
3, 2, 1, go!
the next episode, once again, you know, released on October 21st, 2021, featuring the song Xenophobia by Valajasek, which I don't actually know what xenophobia means. I mean, I heard it a lot. I swear, one of my friends told me what it meant one time, and they called me an idiot for it. So, let me go and really quickly look it up. Okay, Xenophobia, okay. Oh! Wait, isn't that just, let me look at the synonyms. Oh, yep, okay, yes, this episode features the song Racism. I'm of course joking here. I just find it kind of funny that the song title is a synonym for racism. And you know what a synonym is, you know, same meaning, different words, so, you know, it's just like you're kind of repeating yourself. And it's funny, because just like racism, I don't like xenophobia. I think it sounds pretty bad in my opinion, especially when compared to every other song in Reimagined and other things that Valor has made. This song is just not my favorite. And it's a good thing, because I don't have much to talk about here. Skid corrupted a little bit with his expression shifting from looks of stress and worry to just straight up fear, with him even beginning to tear up. As well, the background's color has shifted to like a blood moon, with reds and oranges filling the once peaceful night sky, to make it feel more alien and isolating. And of course, Pico hasn't budged at all, still fully infected. Though it seems he may be fighting back, as towards the end of the song, hazard notes will begin to appear, as Skid almost fully corrupts near instantly, and a shadowy figure of Lemon Demon appears above the spooky kids. Which, I've done some digging around the Corruption Rematch and wiki page, and tried to look some stuff up about him, and I have not seen, like, anything talking about him. I have no clue what he's doing there. So hey, if someone in the comments knows, like if there's a dev member that's watching the video, first of all, hi. And second of all, if you know what Lemon Demon's doing here besides just watching Skid get infected or helping Pico infect Skid, because that's like what I'm guessing he's doing. He's just like, he's a spectator. Kind of like what he did in week 2, but he wasn't the cause, so that's weird in retrospect. Now that I think about that, that was weird. In the OG series. But yeah, anyways, sorry, that was a little rant. Just put that in the comments. So anyways, you'll have to go ahead and avoid hitting the hazard signs to keep your health high. And hey, before I continue, if you don't mind, whoever tried this, God, who hurt you? Please tell me. So to make these videos le professionnel, I'm gonna beat every song without missing. You know, full comboing them, FCing them, flawless clearing them, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And God, I will talk about other songs that were roadblocks in the recording process because I am recording all of these because I have the ability to. But Xenophobia is the first song where I had about 50 plus attempts on this song alone because of these fucking hazard notes. God damn, I hate this day! And just when I thought it was done, I realized, oh shit, wait, the bitrate looks awful. I was recording in an awful bitrate. And yeah, I had to redo it all. That wasn't fun. And guess what? Riser done with, like, there's one certain segment that I fucking hated because every time I would try and hit the note, it would register as a late press on the hazard note, so I'd just take damage and miss the note, and it would make me really sad. And then this fucking happens! Like a 4 fucking thing, Jack! What the fuck? Like, what the hell? Like, who hurt you, Charter? Please tell me! God! Okay, sorry, I just need to vent a little bit, because, God, this sucked. And I haven't found anyone FC Xenophobia on YouTube. I looked it up, I did a little bit of digging for it. So if you guys can find one, please, let me know. I would love to see someone FC this song without hitting these fucking notes! Though, anyways, as the song ends, it looks like Skid is running out of options, as he's infecting more and more. And Pump hasn't uninfected, and Pico hasn't either, because obviously, you know, Pico's fucking stupid. And yeah, I guess we're gonna have to see what happens in the
3, 2, 1, go!
final episode, released once again on October 21st, 2021, featuring the song Killer by both Funny Man and Valajasek. And while not my favorite song, oh wait, okay, Poppy, I get it. Yeah, sorry, my dog just left my chair. She's really mean. Yeah, anyways. The song is Killer by Funny Man and Valajasek. And while not my favorite song, I think Distress truly is the best song from Skid's week. It isn't half bad, and is a good end to the Skeleton Boys week. So anyways, here we see Skid's last attempt to save himself, as he's corrupted even more, leaving just his eye uninfected, as Lemon Demon still watches on. Also, you notice the ghosts flash up in the background from graves, you know. People like Funny Man, Valor Gensec, oh my god, and Diane's Plunger once again. Looks like after being infected by the corruption, the poor guy was fucking killed. But hey, at least he still got his shades. Oh yeah, wait, Funny Man got infected too, so it looks like after he got infected, he died too. Damn! Tough. Though, honestly, I really don't have much more to talk about here. Pico absolutely pops off a couple of times with Skid and Pump and Pico duetting. As well, Skid, now being almost fully infected by the corruption, is doing the spooky dance with his friend again, as the corruption, pilots his body. And as the song goes on, soon enough, it finally ends, and with it, so does Skid's life, with him being overpowered by the corruption. Wow, El Bozo, man. Honestly, I just fucking El Skid though, like seriously. Also, I kind of like the song's duets, so I'm just kind of rambling here so you guys can listen to it. Here, actually, hey, editing me, cut me out so you can just listen to some of the fun parts of the song, because they are really good. And then we'll carry on. Though, we're not done here, folks, as I have one last song I want to take a look at in this video before I rank Skid's week on the tier list. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and dive right into it.
Three, two, one, go!
We have one final song to take a look at, folks. Erect Killer, the true finale to Skid's week, with the song made by Nick2656. And if you don't know, Erect remixes are something that are happening in FNF. They're pretty much just harder remixes of original songs. I bet you've heard some of them around. A lot of people have made fan Erect remixes, and it's really weird because I have to say Erect a lot, and I just like, God, I hope I don't have to say it a lot again. But anyways, the song starts us off in a black screen, with Pico fading in, then Skid and Pump, and then all of the stages of infection, until finally the song begins. And here we are, in my opinion, the actual final song of the week, with it taking Killer and going for a much less high action and like, oh my god, wait, let's do it a bunch, and this tense uneasiness. It's much slower, I feel, than Killer, as Skid is on his last legs, with it picking up, or well, his last eye, I guess. Get it, because he's about to fucking die. But yeah, this song can pick up when needing to, like in Killer's duets, though it fades to black towards the end, with Skid giving it one last go. Final duet between Skid and Pico. Ending with an instrumental from Glammed, as we know who's actually winning this fight. As it begins to fade away, Pico shoots Skid to fully corrupt him. And yeah, that is so much better as a finale to the week. Not gonna lie, even though the song followed very similar structure to Killer, I think it would have been really cool to have this as a fourth song in Skid's week. Though, even though it's not, I'm still going to count it as if it was, because I just think it's wrong not to because of how high quality it is. So I just want to say, Nick, great job. This song was great. Of course, I'm going to say this to everybody else. Y'all did good songs. I just don't like Xenophobia. Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, it's wrong to not include a Erect Killer. It's so high quality, I feel like I need to. Anyways, folks, I don't really have much more to talk about. El Skid, he's a fucking clown. It's tier list time, baby. Yippee! So, where does Skid's week rank? Well, I think that it's pretty weak, all things considered. Definitely the worst week of the mod that we've looked at so far. Though, why don't we go ahead and start with the positives? Is it surprising I'm gonna say I like all of the art and I think it all looks great? Skid's expressions all give me the right feelings that they're supposed to, from distressed and confused in the first day, to straight up horrified by the final day. And Pump looks like he's having a blast infecting Skid more and more, with Pico, who is, looking good, like always. He looks the same. Though, the background is a bit less detailed when compared to others. Like, in Pico's week, look at his background, look at this one, and then look at Skid and Pump's. Is it just me that sees this difference in quality? It overall looks worse to me. Though, I do like the people who show up in the background during the later half of the second day and all of the third day, being Valor Genesect, Funny Man, Flunger, and fucking Among Us. And Lemon Demon showing up behind Skid is weird because I don't know why he does and what he's doing, but it's cool to see. As well, I like the references in the background to some of Sir Pello's Spooky Month episodes. Specifically the stars, there was a lot of references to that, with the house on the hill showing up in the background, the graves all in the foreground referencing certain tombstones that you've seen in the Spooky Month series. I thought that was really cool, and a nice touch that Diane added with his team, of course. Background artists probably did that more than Diane did, but hey, props to everyone who worked on this week. It's still pretty damn good. And I have to say, I did like some of the songs here, specifically Distress, Skid's first song, and my favorite, Erect Killer. I don't have anything wrong with Killer, I just think that the remix is better. Though Xenophobia, in my opinion, is by far the worst song in Corruption Reimagined. That, isn't purposely bad for the meme. I hope this isn't a hot take, and I'm not crazy. As well, it feels like nothing happens. It's complete pacing, like a complete shift in pacing from Mommy Mirror's week. Whereas there, so much happened so fast you had no time to breathe. Here it's the absolute opposite. With almost nothing happening, I feel it would have made quite a lot of sense for the Eyes of the Universe to pop out and try to help Skid. I think it would have made this week feel a bit more whole. Like, imagine this, during the second day when Skid corrupts even more, Pump uncorrupts a slight bit, and that's when the Eyes shows up. And the Eyes eventually isn't able to combat the corruption, and he has to go back with the spooky kids eventually succumbing to the infection. And, mentioning that, I don't know how long this video is as of writing, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's even shorter than Molly Mirrorst, at least if I didn't include Erect Killer, because just nothing much happens. I don't have much to talk about, besides the references and the basic stuff oh, in this episode, Skid corrupted more! Wow, who would have seen that one coming, folks? But yeah, with that all being said, I think Skid's week is deserving of a C tier. The only reason that it's not D or F tier is because, again, the art looks great, and there are two songs that I think are good enough to keep it away from Molly Mirrorst. I seriously think Erect Killer and Distress are both really good, so props to the people who made them. But yeah, it's enough to keep them away from OG Molly Mirrorst's corruption placement. Though, that's it for today, folks. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, could you please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff? It's the end of the video, you obviously liked it a little bit, so if you're still here and you aren't already, then, hey, helps me out a lot. So, yeah, I'll see you all next time, folks, where we go ahead and take a look at the official DLC for Reimagined. Friday Night Funkin', Corruption Reimagined, Pumpkin Hunt. Anyways, bye folks, see you around.